Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Raymond Report. Today is Monday, April 8th. Hope you have yourself a good start to your Cash Out Monday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report Sports Betting Tip Sheet, and each and every day, come and learn about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a strict money management system. Come and learn about the Raymond Report today at atsstats.com. All right, hope you guys had a good weekend. I know I did. And actually, I took Sunday off. I only had one selection. Unfortunately, it was a loss. I had the under in the St. Louis game. Had a nice little system on that play, but I really didn't have anything to really back up my baseball on Sunday. And I'll tell you why. When I'm going to go and dig deep into the numbers, and I'll always go back to a podcast I had last year. I had a bookmaker on, and I believe he was from overseas, like in England, and he said a lot of his friends and friends obviously were all the bookies, that they don't bet on weekend baseball, and I found that a little bit odd. And he says it's more for recreational players, and I said, well, I don't know about that, but you know what? Let me dig deep into the numbers and find out if there's any value and substance to what he was talking about. And what I did is this morning, the market psychology is one thing I always look at, right? When you look in sports handicapping. And if I go to the SBI today for Monday, April 8th, and I'll go to Major League Baseball, and SBI stands for Sports Betting Index. And each and every day, I want to know what the markets are telling me, right? You got to really listen to the markets. And right now, the markets are telling me that the favorites are winning at 59.9% compared to 40.1% for the underdogs, and 62.3% on the run line, and pretty much a coin flip the last 7 days when it comes to the over-under. So on year to date, 57.5%. And when you look at Sunday, the favorites went 8-6, and the run line, they were 6-8, right? So when you look at this column right here, when was the last time the underdogs stole the day? Well, it was on March 31st, and it was 9-6. After that, it's been a lot of favorites winning, right? If you look at the win-loss record, 7-6, 8-5, 4-2, 8-5, 10-5, 8-6. So what I did this morning is, and I compared the data from last year, and I'm going to go to this article right here, Major League Baseball Trends. So what I'm looking at, how did the favorites do on Mondays to Sunday? Also, how do they do in the month of April, May to October, and first game of a baseball series, right? The one thing is, when you have a first game of a series, two teams are filling out each other. You're really you're hoping that the scouting report from your scouting staff is really accurate, especially if you're going to take a favorite or if you're an underdog bettor. And if you're an underdog bettor, just keep in mind, right? So far, year to date, the underdogs are only winning, what did I say, about close to 40% on the season. And this is why I tend to bet a little bit more on the favorites, because the numbers are telling me that I got a 60% chance or 57.5, 59.9 on the 7-day average compared to 42%, right? So when you are betting into the favorites and underdogs, you really got to take that in consideration. Now, let's go to the top. Let's look at so far this last year. On Mondays, favorites were 140 and 26. The overs had the edge here at 151, 107. Favorites on a Tuesday, 217 to 169. Obviously, Sunday's a getaway day for a lot of teams, so they probably have Monday off. And then you compare like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday's also a big getaway day, right? Because the teams are getting ready to go on the weekend series. So look at that, 136 to 93, 221 to 155, 217 to 169, 140 to 120 on the Monday. Fridays, the first game of a series, normally on those occurrences will happen on a Friday, right? 216 to 176, 245. So I'm thinking 245. Man, like market psychology, right? How does what kind of day are you gonna have on a Saturday when it comes from a market psychology and rotation too, right? In baseball, depending on the starting pitchers. But for some reason, on Saturdays, the favorite tend to win more than on a Friday than a Sunday. Sunday, 244 and 162. Actually, it's been pretty good for the weekend series when you look at the numbers, right? And then when you look at the month of April, 152 to 153. So this is I call it the fill-out period, right? Where the bookmakers and the players are really filling each other out. And then you start seeing in May a little bit of an edge to the underdog, 206 to 209, and 240 to 150 in April. Man, these numbers seemed a little low here. Hang on. Yeah, they did seem a little low, but no, it's pretty accurate because, you're only playing 15 games a day and 30 days, so yeah, the numbers are good. All right, so I just wanted to, I was like, oh my God, these numbers are pretty tight, but 206 to 209. Let me go back to my dashboard right here, and I'm going to look at that again. So I'm going to go to Major League Baseball, and this is how I got the stats this morning, right? So I go to favorites, and I'm going to go to the month of May. I think that May was it May or April that was the numbers were a bit, let me see, 206 to 209. Yeah, month of May. All right, let's go to month of May. Here. May Day. Hey, Rob Ray. May Day, Buffalo. Let me see here. Let's go to current season. No, not current season. Let's go to 223. Survey says. Yeah, 206, 209. Wow, so the favorites in the month of May. So be careful betting favorites. Obviously, hopefully you were careful last year in the month of May. But something, 240 to 150. So month of May was really, a month for the bookmakers, right? 206 to 209, 240 to 150, 209 to 158, 243. So you see how, maybe month of May was just, let's go look at the year after before that. Yeah, let's go see in 2021. Let me see, that was 220. Where am I here? There we go. All right, let's go back here. Let's go to 222, season of 222. I know we're getting closer to COVID years there. 240 to 179. So okay, yeah. So maybe last year was just one of those years, right? 221. Was that the COVID year? Let me see here. 249, 166. So yeah. So month of May was a little strange. Last season when you look at the numbers, right? So let me go back here to the numbers. There's that chart. I have that chart up here. Right here. All right, there we go. So month of May, 206, 209. We saw the numbers, and look at the over-unders, 201 to 200, 240 to 150, 179.92. So a lot of unders here. Look at that over. All right, pretty balanced. A little edge to the under. Pretty much balanced. It was 50-50, right? When you look at these numbers right here. So all right. So look at the first game series. This is one I like to look at. The first game of a series last season, 445 to 353 for the favorites, then 472 to 342. So it looks like the favorites had a little bit of a better edge in the second game of the series. And third game of the series, 424. So that's the danger game right there. And then 71 and 54 in the fourth game of the series. But look at this; it's the only one where the under really takes it, right? You see, like, this is over, over. This one is really close at 348, but this one here, and you think of it, if a team got swept the first three, they're going to be more gripping the bats in the fourth game of the series. And if you look at this year so far on Monday, 7-7, 9-3-2, a lot of overs. We've been playing a lot of overs, 7-6, 9-5 on a Wednesday, 13-7, 13-6-1. So the overs really carrying the day in the early part of the week. And even though it's still early, right? It's only April 8th, so we only had a couple of weeks into the series, into the season. But it gives you a little bit of an indication. Now, there's two mindsets here. You can say, okay, you know what? Will this continue, or am I going to go the contrarian way and start thinking that it's going to be a reversal here eventually, right? 51-37. Oh, what's that month of April doing in there? That shouldn't be in there. Okay, so let me. A month of April. Yeah, that's right. So far this year in the month of April, 51-37, 40, 43 and 5 for the favorites in the month of April. First game of the series this year, 27-18 for the favorites, 27-19, 22-19 in the third game of the series. What did we say last year that was more beneficial to the second game? No, third game. Yeah, third game. And we're seeing the same trend this year, right? Third game of the series with a little bit of a drop off, 22-19. So, all right. Anyways, just wanted to touch a little bit on that because that does matter. When you're handicapping these games in Major League Baseball, first game of the series, second game, third, weekday, right? Let's be honest, right? If people are going to a game on a Monday, you think they're having a few pops that night, or they're going to have more pops on a weekend, right? I think the weekend they'll have a few more pops, gets the energy going into the buildings. And so more of a library crowd during the weekday, but more of a festive crowd on weekends. All right, let's take a look at the Major League Baseball going here today. And let's go to the rain report. And let's go see if we can find any good systems today. Let's go to Major League Baseball, and then we'll look for some systems. So I scroll right down to the bottom, and I look for when any team is in a certain situation, right? That's where I like to bet on systems. So we got Miami taking on the Yankees. Hey, the stash is going today. Yankees 10-4 as a home team, coming off a 5-run win the last 5 years. That's a pretty good record right there. Yankees might be back. Watch out for those Yankees. Hey, they had a pretty good day on Sunday. All right, almost gave it up though, 9-8. Pittsburgh, let's see if there's any systems there. Nope. Let's go to the other Milwaukee, Cincinnati. All right, let's go to the bottom. And no system here. All right, let me see here. 13-3. Cincinnati 13-3 during a night game before a division game, coming off a home loss as an underdog, and they allowed 3 runs or less against the last game. 13-3 in the following game, and they lost 3-1 to the Mets yesterday. Not a good series for the Reds this weekend, eh? All right, Seattle-Toronto home opener at the new Rogers Center. Well, not new Rogers Center. They did a lot of renovation, but yeah. So all right, here we do have a system here on the Mariners. Look at that. Anytime you got a road team, first game of a series, right-handed pitcher versus a right-handed pitcher coming off a National League opponent, coming off a 3-game road trip, and they lost versus a right-handed pitcher last game. 3-12-1 to the under. So you got Barrios against Castillo. We'll see if Castillo gets his act together here. But the under in that game. Let's take the look at the other one, the Mets and the Atlanta Braves. That should be an interesting series. And you got Charlie Morton, the old veteran, going against Julio Teheran. Any systems there? Nope, no systems on that one. So the only system we have so far is the game between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. All right, let's take a look at the Dodgers and Twinkies. Oh, we got another system here. This one's on the Dodgers. Anytime you got a 140-160 road favorite coming off a National League opponent against an ace American League Central opponent, and they're coming off a loss versus a right-handed pitcher, and they're coming off a day game. 12-3, so they lost yesterday to the Cubbies, 8-1. Yeah, they got spanked. So Dodgers system. So let me write that down. Dodgers. All right, LA Dodgers system on the side, and then you got Seattle. What did I say? The under? Yeah, Seattle under. All right, let's go to the next one. Minnesota. Let me see here. Minnesota. Let's go to Philadelphia, St. Louis. St. Louis. All right, let me see what we got here. Any systems to talk about? Nope, no systems there. And again, I'm looking for when any team's in a certain situation, right? Those are what I call my system plays of the day. And let's go down here. Nope, no systems there. How about Texas, Arizona? And while you're watching this, make sure if you can grab the forecast here if you can, if I'm not too shifting down too quick. Colorado, nope, no system there. All right, let's do Tampa Bay against the Halos. All right, there's a 4.95 to 4.1. No system. Well, look at that. Rays 22-8 as an away team coming off a 1-run win the last 3 years. Kevin Cash, all he does is win. Hey, just win, baby. Let's go Chicago Cubs, San Diego. A little getaway day for the Cubbies after a big weekend against the Dodgers. Hey, let's be honest. Under, okay, nothing really to report there. 3.8 to 4.2. And let's do San Francisco against the Nationals. Any systems right there? So far, only 2 systems today. Oh, 3. Here's another one. All right. Anytime you got a 240-260 home favorite last 5 years versus NL East opponent during the night game, coming off a home win as a favorite, 12-3, and that is for the San Francisco Giants. So 3 system plays here today, guys. We'll keep a track night on that, and we'll see if they come in. And hopefully you guys enjoying the golf. I've been having a blast with this thing here right here. So if you like golf like I do, and like the gaming, it's you can come here, take a little coffee break, and listen to the golf and watch. You know what? You look at this, and then you can't wait to get on the driving range or into an 18 hole round, right? To go and shoot some golf. So check it out. It's on the front page of ATS, or go to the esports up here, and then you can come watch any of the rounds right here. What I'm planning on doing is if there's a tournament this weekend, let's say the PGA's in, I don't know, Pebble Beach or something, I'll try to put the Pebble Beach course right here so you can see the actual, the actual course hole by hole. Yeah, get you into the mood for the weekend, right? Rest of your Cash Out Monday. I'll be back on a Ruby Tuesday with another edition of the Ram Report. Cheers.